The troll cross, this ancient symbol that has protected our Viking ancestors and have been serving mankind for ages. No, I'm just kidding. The troll cross is about 30 years old. It was invented in the 90s by a Swedish blacksmith. It is probably based on some folklore, some old beliefs, but there is more medieval folklore and when Christianity was present here in northern or in Scandinavia. So, but I will probably talk more about that during the process. The thing I wanted to bring up here was that it might, even if the symbol itself looks simple, it might be more complex than you think. And that is because it is 3 circles that we are gonna make, and circles in general are, if we want them symmetrical, it can be difficult to get. We also have 2 tapers that will be close to each other, so if these tapers are not equally, one side will be thicker than the other, and that will show. So there are a couple of things, but I'm gonna start here with the forging, and starting by drawing out each end. I have a 6mm round bar. And I'm starting with a bar that is 14 centimeters long. And I'm gonna draw out each end about 2.5, 3 centimeters. So it measures about 20 centimeters in total. And here it can be a bit tricky because these 2 tapers that I'm making now are in each end of the bar. It can be difficult to get them the same thickness and length. Later on we're gonna bend this, so these will be next to each other. And then you can see how if there is any difference. There are a couple of tricks to adjust if it ends up way too much way too different. But we'll see. Take a look now, and I do think I need to forge a little bit more on that one that I just made. It's a little bit thicker. This troll cross will be a pendant, and it will measure around 6 centimeters high when it's finished. So now I think we are good. I might have forged a little bit too much on that, but we will see that soon. Now we're gonna make a scroll or circle in each end. This is the next part. I mean, it's not difficult project like that, but if you want to, you can make it difficult. But I think it's more difficult than people think when they first see the template or symbol. So I'm making a scroll here. First, we need it to be, or we want it to be, nice, symmetrical, and even. Not really. I didn't get it as I wanted to, but I will adjust that later on. And now we're gonna make one exactly the same in the other end. Or we'll try to, at least. This is another challenge. So when I'm making these scrolls, I am hammering a bit outside the anvil and slowly moving the material forward and bending it over the edge of the anvil. This one ended up better. Question is if it is too big. I think when we adjust the other one, it will be same size. So now we have our ends tapered and scrolled. Now we are gonna bend it so it crosses itself, and that is one thing that we can read in the folklore. Iron in general is the troll cross is said to be a protective symbol, and against trolls, among other things. But iron in itself is said to be protective, and especially when it is crossing itself, like it will be doing in this design. Need to hold it the right way so it ends up. This is another challenge to get it bent where it shall be bent. Taking a break here and see. So I will need to bend it more on this side, and in general the circle here is too large, so I will continue with the bending. So we'll see. Well, I forged on the wrong one, but it was okay. And at this moment it's a bit difficult because it's too little space there. And now the circle is a bit too large, so we will make it smaller, but as we can see here, looking quite good. I will have to do some adjustments, but we'll see. The idea here is to get the iron to cross itself and then get these two loops side by side below the circle. So we'll see here. I will cool down these scrolls and then I can hammer on them. Now it's getting a little bit easier to see what needs to be adjusted. And let's see here. Here is another challenge to be able to see that it is symmetrical in general. But it looks pretty good. I might have to bend that one a little bit more. And so I want these to cross more. We'll see. Just some tapping carefully. Okay, so if I bend that side a little bit more, it should end up well. And then we can see that the circle that we made, the first scroll we made, that wasn't perfect, it will now show. So which one? It was that one. And I'm gonna change the grip slightly and forge it. I think I will leave it like that. It's a little bit... Yeah, I will leave it like that, and now I'm not gonna weld it or anything, but I'm just gonna hammer here so it is more flat. So these two scrolls get in line. So I'm heating it up again, and after this heat we will see all the like if these scrolls are uneven, difference in size, if the circle on the top, the large circle, is asymmetrical and everything. So we'll see. Want a even heat, and I'm careful that I'm not burning these. Here we have the scrolls, the very end is thin, and we have them next to a thicker iron, so we have to be careful so we not burn them. Okay, so now we can see the large circle is quite good. A little bit of adjustments. I'm happy like that, and I shall see that it is straight, and it is. But what I can tell here, I don't know if you can see, but this scroll here is too long, and that is the one that we made the first. It's a bit uneven, so if I take my scrolling tongs and make it a little bit larger, the inner diameter, a little bit larger and make it even, and scroll it a little bit more, it will shorten this, and then it should be good. So we'll see if that theory is true. So which one? It shall look good from both sides, a little bit more. Like that. And what I also can do, these are now round in cross section, but I like when it's a little bit flat at top. So what I can do is to simply hammer this scroll to the right is a bit too small. So what I do is I simply hammer a little bit more on that one, so it spreads the material more, and then it will look larger. And I think we are there. I am happy with this one. And as I mentioned, you will be able to see here the tapers are next to each other. You will see if there are difference in thickness. You also have a center here and a here, so that makes a line, and that makes it really easy to see if this larger circle is off center. So forging the perfect symmetrical troll cross can be a challenge, or more difficult than people think. Give it a try and let us know how it went.